Hey crew, welcome back to part 5 of What If Alexander the Great Invaded the West. I am the Fuzz, and this is Field of Glory 2, the Immortal Fire DLC. When we last left off, I had a great time putting down some Iberians, and I made fun of just how tough it was. Although on the forums there are a lot of people who were talking about how difficult that was, so maybe I screwed up something. So I'm going to do something a little crazy here. I'd like to call in a force through my Spanish allies, because let's see how they do. I feel like that's a hint, saying that I'm going to want them for the Gauls. So let's bring in our Spanish allies, and let's get to it. I am still on kind of cloud 9 about the last 2 victories. And I don't know how many more episodes I'll be able to squeeze in before I move, so this might be the last one in a while. But again, like I said last time, maybe this is going to be it. Okay, so we are in Gaul. And let's see. Enemy are offering open battle, so there's no shenanigans. Can add a general. Great. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Alright, so this is kind of a choke point here with some rough terrain. Alright, plenty of farmland, and quite a bit of rough ground over here. Who would have thought Gaul sucks, I guess. Alright, so I need to adjust my lines accordingly then. Phalanx here seems like a good call. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the phalanx all together. Yeah, I'll do that. Raw hoplites. Well, I don't mind raw troops, to be honest. So let's put these guys a little further up. I want these guys to actually hang out with the javelins, because I think they'll act as an enforcer, so to speak. I'm also going to throw a javelin man and a slinger up there with those missile troops. Because everybody knows the best thing to do is get yourself a nice varied missile force here. Otherwise, I don't know, I feel pretty good about this. I have a hoplite, Epictetus. That guy has become my favorite. Alright, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to make him a general. And I feel good about the rest of this. Yeah, let's hop to it. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. That is a lot of close order warbands. Superior warbands. Okay. So they certainly have a boatload of troops here. There's probably a unit hidden there. Superior warband. Ugh. Alright, well they're good. No doubt about it. So what I'm going to do is move there. And then let's also move these guys up. Okay, so I thought that would move everybody up, and it did. Let's move everybody up a little more. So again, what I'm trying to do is just get the missile troops into order as soon as possible. And I might... no, I'm not going to bother. And I'm trying to find that sweet spot where there aren't a ton of rough ground tiles interrupting the plans that I have. So basically what I'm trying to do is I know that their troops are going to narrow into here, because if they're in close order, superior warband, I think since they're heavy foot, they're going to be disrupted there. So I kind of want to try to bring my line up a little bit and kind of see how they handle it. And then epic, for somebody I love that much, epic potatoes. Epic potatoes. And I'm going to be sipping on a little old-fashioned that I poured for myself because my apartment smells like bleach, because I am cleaning the various parts of it, and ooh, it's a doozy. So of course my solution was, rather than, you know, drink water or something, might as well get some whiskey in me, because that also solves some problems. And If you are too young to drink whiskey, well, you're not missing out, let me tell you. Alright. Well, maybe there actually is a break in this line, because I probably would have seen it by now. Let's see. I think if I push 3, is it 3? No, it's 2. If I push 2, I can see what I can and can't see. And from this hillside, I have a full view of their line until right here. So, yeah. Looks like they actually don't have anyone there, which is great because now I'm going to move all of these javelin men around, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be making some good flanking maneuvers here. Alright, what do I want to do? I can scoot everybody forward 1, so let's do that. Just 1. And I think that ought to give me a little bit of leeway, and I'm also going to go ahead and do that. I'm tempted to put them back 1 more, just so the woods will screw with their whatever they want to do. And also, this is incredibly crap terrain, to put it kindly. I mean, look at it. Everybody's disordered. The light javelin horse were disordered because it's rough ground. It severely disorders everything, and it disorders mounted elephants, heavy foot. So not a great place to be. And those guys are heavy foot, but this is their quick little line into it. So I'm going to need to actually swing this guy over and try to do something about that. Otherwise, I don't think anyone's going to attack these guys. I would be very surprised if someone attacks them. And again, I adjusted my mic, so apologies if you can hear me sipping at that whiskey. Well, I'm already kind of blowing up their lines, but this is some great chariots. I love how they have different models for the chariots. It just, I mean, I guess that's what we should hope for and expect out of a game that you paid, what, like $40 for or what have you, but still, it's nice to see. One thing that's awesome that I just realized is I can absolutely just plop all of my missile units down on the rough ground and just totally wall up these guys. You know, they can do whatever they want, but I'm just going to be doing what I can to annoy the ever-living crap out of them. So if they do catch me, you know, that's that. I'm going to go over here and then turn about. I'm a little concerned about the sub-general catching me, but we'll see what happens. And then looks like the bulk of the troops are going to come here, so I don't really want to remove those guys from where they are. However, I do want to remove this general of his life. I think I can disrupt him after this. I think I have enough. You know, there's 3 different types of missile units going at him, and I have 4 units, so if he doesn't get disrupted after this, I'll be impressed. Huh, alright, consider me impressed. I just killed about 200 of his guys in a single turn. Alright, and now is Operation Annoy the Chariot. This is one of the things I love about this game, is you just have a bunch of skirmishers roam around and do ridiculous things. There's something I liked on the forums. The lead developer was saying that basically the context was there as a comment about, well, it's too bad that skirmishers can't, like these guys, can't attack heavy troops, because surely they'd be able to provide some sort of benefit long term. And I just liked the way the developer phrased it, because I hadn't really thought about it, and I probably said something to the same effect as Intern myself. And basically he said, you know, in the battles, in the accounts of battles, we've only really, heard of skirmishers at the beginning part, and you never hear about skirmishers attacking a phalanx from the rear or attacking some close warband from the rear, because I mean they're wearing tunics basically, so that makes sense. And so I kind of like that explanation. It worked. It worked on me, so it works for me too. So yeah, I don't know if you caught that in the lower corner there. Let's see if I can move down there in a second. Yeah, so it looks like basically, as expected, they're gonna try to use the not rough ground and attack that way. And so this is the little pathway in my port. That probably was very loud, sorry. Scutarii are gonna get walloped there. So I'm gonna have to do what I can to resolve that. And now let's try to get these javelin horses down. Or these greasy chariot mongers down. Disrupted, beautiful. So I'm going to turn here. I can pretty much expect that they're not going to be able to, they're not going to want to attack me. So I'm just going to plop my my general right here, because if I were them, I wouldn't want to attack me either. And really I should have concentrated fire on that guy if he's about to engage my line, but you know, you can only do so much. Okay, so hopefully I can get this guy disordered, because God knows I've shot him enough. Yeah. Well, consider me surprised. There's a very real chance of a flanking maneuver here, so let me just move him over there just in case. And let's wallop this guy. Held firm, huh? Be a real shame if that changed. There we go. Let's see, so this is Kunorix. I will say the Gauls definitely have the best names of antiquity. Greeks have great names, but, you know, Dumnorix, Cunorix, various other Celtic names. I'm a fan, so. And then Epicectos. It's a good name. I just have trouble pronouncing it, so. I good, I can kill him. 17, worth it. Alright, let's end turn. Let's get this going. It's gonna be time. Uh-oh, he is screwed. Someone's gonna kill him. Okay, so they're attacking the Scutarii. Going straight for the weak links. To their detriment, I'm sure they'll see. I think these guys have a pretty good charge too, so I'm surprised I'm holding up. Yep, they're toast. Rest in peace, slingers. It was nice knowing you. One thing I do wish the AI handled a little better is like pointless skirmisher nonsense like this. I think I kind of drew off 3 units, and that's just a little too much. And the fact that this guy hasn't charged me. Okay, well now I auto-broke, so rest in peace, buddy. I'm sorry to see you go. And I guess the elephant in the room, which there are none right now, but the elephant in the battle that's not in the battle is that maybe I should be playing on a higher difficulty again. You know, I had that awful string of defeats against the Romans, and maybe it's time for me to say, you know what, I am not a terrible player at this, and maybe I should consider doing something a little more. But I don't know, maybe I'll turn it up to level 3 and all of a sudden get stupid. I mean, part of the reason I play games is to relax after goofy work days. Oh, beautiful. And I think this is one of the clear examples of a game where I probably could play on a higher difficulty, but I don't. But, I think it's safe to say stay tuned. I would be very interested in playing at a higher difficulty and, you know, kind of, I don't know, seeing what happens. You know, maybe I'll bump it up one, and then maybe we'll do another campaign, and we'll see. We'll see. Because I can tell you right now, I'm having a great time with this game, and I don't really expect that to change anytime soon. I think I've got, well, I have a lot of hours on it now, because for everything I record, there's plenty that I don't record, and so this is just one of those pretty clear situations where I think it'll be worthwhile. I can kill that guy. So again, I am just trying to get out of dodge, and I will kill him if... oh no. Oh, interesting. I guess I have to go all in, but I'm going to absolutely lose because I am in bad terrain here. Alright, well, it looks like I got myself into a little bit of a snafu there. I don't want to attack with the phalanx here because these troops are still out, and it'll be real easy for those guys to get killed in one turn. So no thank you. In here there's 0 rough ground issues, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't know if they're going to win the initial charges. Okay, doesn't matter. I did close enough. That was good. And then I think I'm going to move him there. This is the line that I'm worried about. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold out or what really. So I am going to actually attack these guys though, because my slingers aren't going to make it. I can tell you right now, they are not long for this world. Okay, it looks good. I think we can call that the end turn. Excuse me. Alright, well, there go the slingers. Perfect. So I think this is one of those cases where I know I'm going to win this battle. It's just a question of how few men can I lose. Because if there are a couple of risks I took with my slingers, for one example, and if I hadn't done that, I mean, I don't see myself losing any troops, and that's an issue of difficulty, I guess. You know, there's no way around it. So I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm gonna enjoy this campaign, and then the new DLC is apparently in beta again, and let's see how it goes. You know, let's give it a shot at a higher difficulty when some of those come out, because I'll definitely do a campaign there. And if I find a campaign that's made by oh good, broken. If I find a campaign that's made by a community member and it's good, and I feel like it's something that'd be fun to watch, I would do that. There's one that I think it was about Seleucus, and I would be interested in playing that out. But it is like 15 battles, I think, so it's a doozy, and I do worry about my ability to keep a series going that long, especially around the move. So we'll see. But that was a great round of combat, and I don't remember the phrase, but I think it's wiping the floor. I think we're wiping the floor with them. And so now it is time to just send my cavalry across the way. I'm just trying to get these guys to run into my other missile troops and then get rocked, so it'll be beautiful. And if my Sutari can hold, then all the better. Fragmented. So soon I will not have to worry about a flank. Although the Thracians aren't really the best troops to be, you know, talking about if we're talking about not getting flanked, because they don't have much staying power, I found. Alright, at this point I feel confident in moving forward with that guy. And then I well, let's see what happens here. I'm going to probably need to move this guy up to protect him from a flanking maneuver. I should have shot that guy first, but I think I can, yeah, I can reach through here. And so in order to protect my dude, I will do that. And then let's bring this guy up through here to eventually flank him. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And who's left for me to shoot? I think I can get you guys. No, I can't. Alright, well I guess I'll shoot you. Okay, let's finish off them. Held firm. Impressive. But again, this is the problem if you attack with, you know, that's why I kind of want to play on a little higher difficulty, just because, I mean, surely I would, because the higher difficulty, again, to remind everybody, is fewer points. That's pretty much the only difference. There shouldn't be any difference in AI, anything of that nature. It's just you have fewer troops, and I don't know if they have more or what the situation is there, but I think that's something that'd be fun to explore, you know, see what, see how it is when you have a tight-knit phalanx that you can't really screw around with and you can't attack, you just kind of have to sit there. There'll probably be some interesting battles where you're worried about nightfall, for example. But here I am going on and on about how I'm not really doing a good job challenging myself, and I don't think that's the case either, because these games are really fun in that you're thinking about all this stuff. You know, you're worried about flanking, you're worried about all that. And I did say that very overconfident thing about how I don't have to worry about any of this crap because I'm not going to lose any men. And here we go, fragmented. There you go. Well, luckily he has to attack my hoplites, so I will do what I can. And then I'm trying to flank here in case you missed that, and I think I'll be able to. I doubt they're going to push my horse back in one turn, and if they do, I've got another guy straight to flank him back. Oh no. Oh, I forgot they don't run away. But on the plus side, they are fighting a poorly armed rabble. Seems to me. Well, talk trash, get wrecked, I guess that's the phrase, and looks like I talked trash, and I'm not going to get wrecked, but it's definitely not going to be as clean as I had hoped it would be. In the height of my folly, my overconfidence. Alright, everybody, just rat. Just keep on ratting. Beautiful. Oh, held firm. Wow. See if you're held firm after that. Wow, okay. Those guys are tough. Props. Big props. Broken. Rallied. I love it. I love all of it. Yeah. So I think the first part of the line to totally fall apart is going to be the center. And I say that now when it's probably a little more obvious, but I don't think that they're going to be able to wrangle the men to make a big difference there. I just hope I can cause a little bit more of a rout there. Dispersed, good. But let's not start there, let's start here, because what happens if you attack from the hillside and you charge downhill? You get wrecked, that's what happens. You get wrecked. And routed. That is great, that's exactly what I needed. Alright, now can I do anything here? Absolutely not. What about here? I think I can flank these guys, yeah. So let's flank poorly armed rabble. That's lovely. I don't know if I'm going to win that combat, but I'm not going to lose it. There you go. And And I'm just going to attack this guy with a bunch of troops because, again, the faster you get these guys out of the way, kind of the more everyone's able to flank charge and do God knows what else. But they haven't dispersed yet, so that's unfortunate. Alright, so that is looking good to me. Let's attack these guys. I'm less worried about this combat, well, especially now. But now that there's about 3 units of cavalry charging right into the edge of that flank there, so even though that was not a great combat, it's, you know, we're good. Oh, routed. Great. Held firm, huh? That's unfortunate. Alright, and then let's end him. Beautiful. I don't know if anyone... Ooh, that is good. That's very good news. So let's end him. Now the trick is just to kill as many of them as I can before next turn, so if anybody does rally, it won't be enough, because I might get the numbers I need right now. I think I will. Yep, there's 41. Alright, let's turn you. Let's attack here. Now these are raw, and they showed it. Jeez. Alright, so let's just pincushion these bad boys. Alexander definitely would have not wrecked the Gauls, in my humble opinion. I mean, since we're talking what if. I mean, think about it. Here he is, this dude with a bunch of phalanx going through the woods of Gaul. I don't know. Personally, I don't see it. Maybe he would have been fine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't see it. You know, as soon as he hit India, there were problems, and you know that was all she wrote, kind of. I'm really I'm doing a disservice to history by summarizing it like that, but I hope you get my point, which is, I mean, he wouldn't have done great. I mean, Persia's not exactly even terrain itself, but a lot of the battles he had were pretty good affairs in terms of to play to the strengths of a bunch of cavalry in the phalanx. And I don't know, granted I haven't been to France, and I certainly haven't been to classical age France, but I can't help but think that, I don't know, he probably would have had some trouble. I mean, Caesar had some trouble, and that's Caesar. And Caesar had much superior troops. But then again, you can't compare apples to apples, or apples to oranges. You can't compare apples to apples, I'm told, but not good at it, clearly. Oh, wow, fragmented. Well, no matter, as they say, no matter. If I can keep everybody from routing this turn, I will win, and that will be a very quick victory. I think I can keep them all from routing, but we'll see. I like the poorly armed rabble. They're definitely my favorite unit. Like, there's just a whole bunch of people fighting over rocks right now. Some Indian archers and Gaul being like, where the hell are we? Some javelin men and some poorly armed rabble. Huh, interesting. Yeah, this is not going to be enough for them to make a difference. Beautiful. Alright, let's see how few men we lost, because I think we lost quite a few. We lost few. 6%. That's good. That's very good. 2,700 to basically, I don't know, 20,500, almost exactly. That's beautiful. And I only had 42 captured. That's great. Well, let's end that here. I'm not even going to read this right now, and let's just call it good. Thanks so much for watching. This has been The Fuzz, and next time we enter Italy. Thanks for watching.